Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. The Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Here's 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And it'll be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll drop to throw. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Etienne. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Back to throw again. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Now, that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. The Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Across midfield. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That good for 19 and a first down. They'll set up a throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Ross St. Brown, 28 yards. And the Lions are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes the whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point, you go up. you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. Heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Second down and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle and taken in by the corner. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Gibbs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Touchdown run. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. One of the bigger plays of the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, make sure you know what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a wild card win moves them on.